Hi, folks. So I'm going to just start with this little conceptual model. I want to acknowledge that models are reductionist. They don't account for all things, but I think it can give you kind of a roadmap for moving towards data collection, which is what we're doing today. And so you see here, we kind of start with identifying our evaluation project designers. We've talked about engaging our community and making sure the right people at the table. And then from there, we need to really think about how we define quality and success, which is what you did last week. And also those project designers often define the eval purpose. All of that will lead to our eval questions, which then moves into our data collection plan. Also really want to stress the opportunities for taking an equity-centered approach. So you can think about each of these buckets, which again, they're just conceptual buckets. They're not comprehensive. But in each of these, you could really consider and center culture. So when we think about the project designers and who's at the table, we can make sure that culture is centered for those people for everyone that's there. And that we've given you a couple lists of different things about time, space, power, and we'll give you that list again. Also, opportunities to privilege historically marginalized voices, and that can happen at any of these pieces. And also stress mediating dominant voices. And so just to connect last month to this month, recall last month's learning extension, which we will circle back around on, was around redefining quality and success. And all of this is driving towards today's topic, which is the data collection plan. And you'll see this model again when we have a little personal work time. So yep, today, choosing and designing your data collection methods. And I will read today's learning outcome and objectives. So the outcome is that participants select and design methods for collecting data that are effective for answering the evaluation questions and responsive to their contexts in order to gather meaningful data that include the perspectives and experiences of marginalized groups. In order to achieve that outcome, y'all will practice refining eval questions for your programs, hear about different data collection methods in our breakout rooms, and ultimately select one data collection method to discuss in depth and apply to your respective eval questions.
In order for us to craft our evaluation questions, we need to think about how we are defining quality and quantity and understand where those definitions come from and how they're impacting the work that we want to evaluate or what our evaluation questions are going to look like. We created a data collection plan worksheet that I just put into the chat. And what we want to do is start, we're not going to start as linear right now. Right now, I want you to drop down to the top of page 3, where you'll see redefining quality and success and a table that asks you some questions to think through. What do you call quality? What do you call success? And where did these definitions come from? It builds off of the work that we did in our last session, and hopefully that you've been thinking through since that session to get us primed for creating our evaluation questions, which is the second step of this activity. If you could please finish writing either drafting your evaluation question or thinking through what quality and success means. We're going to come to a stop on this activity right now. This activity was just to get you to start thinking through evaluation questions and crafting them.